Twitch creators are still a fairly new phenomenon, but there are lots of people who create videos and stream on these websites.
What is the name of your channel? Well, my channel's called the Thirsty KRAKEN Tavern.
Some people call me a smartass. I produce things, and my last name's Potter, so I'm a wizard, obviously. Smart Wizard Productions is then created and born.
So our channel's called Spawn Point Podcast.
I am Tgjan Lee, and I work for the forum thread.
How would you define your channel?
We do podcasts, we do gaming stuff, shenanigans. Lots and lots of shenanigans.
It's a grab bag. It's a jack of all trades kind of thing. I love making new things. I don't really have a set formula for everything, so I'll make a cooking video one week, a vlog the next week, and then a commentary video with some gameplay in the background the third week, you know? I love that. The variety really helps me stay motivated.
It's a channel for video games, because I love video games, and so does my partner, so we decided to make videos about the things we love.
Podcast and occasional random game streams.
Kind of video game fanboyism.
How and why did you get started? So, a bunch of guys on roosterteeth.com were just hanging out in an actual forum thread one day. It was actually a thread called the forum thread. Yeah, we were really creative. Basically, the people of this thread got together and wanted to start a podcast called the Forum Thread Podcast. And eventually I hooked on with this group. I'd known them since they started, but I'd never been a part of the podcast. So around like episode 17, I jumped on the podcast, and I was so good, they just needed more of me. So over the years, I became part of the crew.
I wanted to create stuff. I wanted to make videos about the things I love. And I lucked out and found a partner that wanted to do the exact same thing. So we make videos twice a month now.
We like to talk about stuff. We've got like opinions on things. And then like, obviously a few of us have streamed before, so it was like we should stream for this
together.
Well, I first started. I want to say when I was really, really, really sad. I guess you could say I was depressed at the time, and I wanted to create something. I wanted to feel something more than what I was feeling at the time. So I just turned on the camera and I ranted and I talked about all these different things that I loved and I hated, and then I uploaded it, and I showed it to some of my friends, and some of my friends online, and they were like, I like this. You should do more of this. That was pretty cool. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll continue to do this.
Why do we continue? Because it's fun. Yeah.
God knows. It's getting harder and harder to continue. Yeah, no, it's a nice, for me, like, especially with the podcast, it's just a nice way of, like, having a time where we always get together and, like, we always just get to talk.
Because I love it. I love creating videos about the things I love, and or the things I hate, because I can complain a lot. Something I can do at great lengths. So why not record it and make everyone watch?
Good question. I ask myself this every week. But the reason, more seriously, the reason I do continue to do this is a love for creating things, a passion to improve my craft with each video in some small way.
It's fun. This is more of a hobby for me, so it's not like my ambition to become YouTube famous or anything like that. But I really do enjoy hanging out with these guys, the Forum Thread crew. It's a bunch of, like, over the years. The great thing about it is how this podcast works. We have a constant rotation of people, so we have a large community. Well, it's very small community, but large involvement from our small community. That's more what I mean.
What do you like most about it?
That I entertain people sometimes. A lot of the time I educate people, and those very few small sincere moments where I connect with somebody that randomly happens upon my video, that's what I make YouTube videos for.
The stupid stuff that we do, just the fun that we have, the stupid conversations that we have, and then editing videos together, trying to make something kind of cool out of stuff that we record.
Like, we used to produce YouTube content, and which is fun and nice, and like you get to make a much more professional work because you get the editing, but the interaction with streaming is really sweet.
Yeah, the interaction was nicer.
Well, I like learning. I think every time I make a video, I try and challenge myself with something I've never done before. Be it a small technical thing, maybe the way I edit a video clip, or maybe it's something like green screen. But I like to try and incorporate something new in every video, so it's equally exciting for me as it is the viewers. And I'd like to think that even if nothing happens with my YouTube channel, that somewhere down the line, these skills that I'm learning will be useful.
What YouTube and Twitch have helped create is a new outlet for artistic expression. Why watch content when you can create it yourself?
Shenanigans. Lots and lots of shenanigans. I love shenanigans. I run shenanigans.